Alright, so welcome back to a new video. Let me just fix this for a second. Alright, perfect. So, welcome to a new NQ market review and trades recap. So, we're gonna review the last day of the year. And guys, let me tell you, the price action here was really beautiful. It was crispy, it was textbook, right? The final day of the year, so the volatility was expected to be low, but this was just textbook. You can catch like a 50-60 point on the 1 minute time frame in just a single price leg, right? So I hope you didn't trade this day because your favorite influencer on Twitter told you so. Okay, you need to do your own research about this, do your own backtesting, not listen to others. All right, because I saw a lot of people complaining or advising people to not trade during the last day, the last week, even the last month. Can you believe that? And so that's not really realistic. And you're gonna see how beautiful price action was during this day. So I took two trades. One, it was like a really beautiful 160 or 65 point. I used only micros for that. And then one, it was like a 5-point trade. That's all I needed because I was copying the trades on an eval and I passed that. So my funded and the eval. So let me show you the trades first. This right here was the first trade, a short from here to here. Okay. And I'm gonna show you a trick today. It might seem like simple and naive, but it can really have an impact on your trading during the day. So we try to optimize our trading in any way possible. And so this was the first short, and then I took a long from here. And this was price action on the 1 hour. We're gonna go, first of all, let's go to the 15-minute. So the thing that I want to talk about is when you are trying to, when you open the chart and you start the trading session, right? What I want you to do, or what I want you to focus, do not focus on taking trades, okay? You open the chart, you open your time frames, it's in front of you. Don't focus on taking trades. Focus on predicting the direction. Again, it might sound like simple, but let me explain. When you enter the chart, okay, and you're looking for potential trades, you can easily get lost. When you're looking for potential trades, you're looking basically for entries, like entry pattern, potential stop losses, where I put my stop loss, maybe here, maybe. So you're not like connected, aligned with the higher time frame. A lot of times, if your setup don't present itself or doesn't present itself in the first 1 hour, you will easily get lost in price action. You will forget what the higher time frame is doing. This happened to me in the past, so I know what I'm talking about. And you'll basically try to justify what you're seeing on the lower time frame, right? You're trying to justify that entry pattern. So, and that's the logic of the first trade actually. So let me just pull out the framework or the process that I follow. So again, it's gonna be this one right here. This is the exact process that I follow. I didn't create this for myself actually. I created this for you because I guess it will help you to follow me with my reviews in the future, right? This is the exact steps that I follow, right? Every single time I open the chart, every single time. I don't need this, but this is for you. And we're going to use it to go with this review, right? I believe that this is going to be a little long because I talked a lot in the intro. But first of all, determine the state, trending or ranging. Mark the highs and the lows from the higher time frame. Mark the sweeps and trade in their direction. And we're going to use that later on, but these three are one of the pillars of my trading. So when I open the chart at 8 or 10:30, right? Let me put a line here. What is happening before me. So this is what's happening. Let's go to the 5 maybe. Yeah, so the 5. On the 5 minute, we put in this low, right? We swept this, and then we traded to the upside, and we swept this high. So for me, this is a range. We are unable to close above the lows and the highs, although we closed below here, but this is a higher time frame low. This is very significant. Okay, so here I'm waiting. One of these two is gonna fail. Either this sweep is gonna fail and price will trade to the upside, or this right here is gonna fail and price gonna trade to the downside. So how can we predict which one is gonna fail? First of all, from the first step, which is determine the state. Are we trending or are we ranging? Here we are ranging. We are unable to close above the high or the low. But before that, what's going on? We were trading to the downside before that, right? Like this. So before it, we were trading to the downside. Now let's use a second condition, which is mark the highs and the lows from the higher time frame. So this is the highs and the lows. We have put in this low and then this high. This was manipulation, a sweep on the higher time frames. Trading to the downside, put in this low and then this high. This is not a low or a high. This is internal structure. We're not going to use it. Put in this low and then this high, right? And then put in this low, and then what happened? So this low swept this low, right? The previous one, the old one. And then when we were trying to trade to the upside, we were unable to close here, and we have a sweep. So based on that, based on this, don't try to be like mechanical, all right? Don't try to look for trades, look for direction again. Based on this, which one do you think that is gonna fail? This is just an initial idea, right? We don't have confirmation yet. This is just an initial idea. So based on the trend, price is likely, not with high probability, but likely just slightly above the 50% that we're gonna run this low, following the trend. Now, I'm not gonna take a trade based on that only. I need something else. So what do we have? If you go to the 3 minute, let me remove that, okay? So on the 3 minute, I can see that there is this imbalance, okay? This imbalance is the one responsible for the order flow, right? Below this here, everything is mitigated. We have this imbalance, it pushed price to the upside, okay? Came back one more time and then pushed it. One more time pushing price to the upside here. Price is unable to close below it. It can be imbalance, it can be a zone, it can be something like this. It is a zone like this. Price is unable to close below it right here. So this zone right here, okay? In this case, we have this imbalance. Now, if we closed below this imbalance, there is a high probability now that we're gonna run this right here, this low, and not this. So you can see that my thought process, my attention is not about finding entries or finding potential reward, potential stop loss. I'm basically trying to predict the direction, the next low or high to be run, right? So that's on the 3 minute. If you go to the 1 minute right now I can look for invalidations, okay? So once we broke below that low, okay, we broke below that imbalance, I'm sorry, the one that was responsible for the order flow, and you can see that also on the 1 minute, so this is something also I was looking at, we came back to that imbalance, we swept this, all right? So this is a manipulation to the downside, and then we start trading to the upside, okay? This right here should not be violated if we want to trade to the upside, okay? This right here should not be violated, and I talked about that in a separate video, but the example was the zone right here, but in imbalance it can also be considered as the one responsible for the order flow. So we swept this, start trading to the upside, and then we fill this imbalance, and there was also like a zone here on the lower time frame, something like this. So this right here came back to this, okay, to zone on the lower time frames. So we broke that, all right, and then now I'm looking for entry. Of course, I marked it in here. I didn't try to wait. It was like 1 to 1 from here. But now I need an invalidation level. So what's going on here on the upside? Should I put my stop loss here? Or there is a better level? Okay, there's a better level that I know that if price around that high, it is likely it's going to go here. Well, we can see that after the sweep here, we start trading to the upside and then we rejected heavily from this imbalance. There was a zone here, right? But this imbalance or this high swept the previous one right here. We broke it. There was another zone here. So price is unlikely to trade above this high. It will need to broke this whole zone, the imbalance inside it, and then travel to here. And here we don't have a lot of things to mitigate, right? So instead of putting my stop loss here, I'm going to put it here. That's the invalidation level, right? Invalidation. And then based on the trend, the current trend, the next target is likely to be this low. So now we have a trade idea. You can trade it, or you can take a trade from here, stop loss here, and then you have a beautiful decent risk to reward. I put it just below here, right? So you can see I'm not looking for entries. I'm looking for direction, and if I have like an idea of going here, an initial idea going here, I need the time frames to confirm that. Okay, a minor shift in mindset, but it has big impact on your trading. So that's the first trade idea, and it was here, right? You can see. Now for the second idea, okay, so let me just zoom this here, zoom in on this. So this one was on the lower time frames, but it was found on the 1 minute actually. So what I was looking for is basically price to continue to here. Okay, we were trending down. I was looking for a sweep above this and see if price wants to go lower, right? That's my initial idea. What happened? Price didn't give me that, and especially with this big imbalance, it's unlikely it's gonna reverse, right? Because we have this whole imbalance that we need to violate in order for me to confirm the idea of going here, right? So when I see this and then this closures above, right? Now price is likely to travel to the next high, right? The sweep on a high, it won't be like this. It usually just a wick and then a reversal after that. So when you see these closures and then put in these zones here, this down close candle, and then one more time trading above it, so that tells you that this is not the low or the high that price is gonna reverse from, right? It's likely to go to the next high. So I'm gonna work with this right here, with what the market gave me. So we have this down close candle, okay, and then price, what happened? Traded above it. So that's the zone from this high to this low. Now if you go to the 5 second, let me show you what do we have here. So we trade into the downside. So this was the zone that I showed you on the 1 minute. We swept this, all right? So we have a sweep. That's one. When we have a sweep, now we have a chance that price is going to reverse and maybe tap to the next high. But we don't know that. Again, we need a confirmation, right? So what do we have right here? We don't have a zone to violate here. So I used the imbalance here, right? There was nothing in here that price can go all the way and reject from, right? There was no zones. There was no unmitigated zone. Everything is mitigated here. The only one that was present is this imbalance here. So if price wants to reject, price is likely to reject from here, okay? But it didn't. We closed above it, right? So once I saw this, I put my stop loss here, okay? And I was targeting only 5 points on this, right? So this was basically a negative RR, right? But since I was looking to secure that evil, right? And I was already up in profit on my funded for the day, so I didn't want to hold for this high right here. But if we look at the right just after that, so what happened? We came back to here, we swept this, all right? We have this sweep. And this was the previous imbalance, okay? We have another imbalance here that price found support from, all right? When we have like price is explosive with like leg prices, you're not gonna find zones to work with, so you're gonna have imbalances, and that's all right. But price found support from this imbalance, steady to the upside, right? And this was here was a sweep on the higher time frame. This was like a sweep, okay? But look what happened. Swept this. Now we do have like a potential go to the upside, but with the higher time frame sweeping that high. And also look what happened here. The first imbalance, we couldn't close above it, rejected heavily, right? And we swept the lows here. So now we have a similar situation, and one of those, this high or this low, is gonna fail. Again, how you can capitalize on that based on what the higher time frame is doing, okay? That's just an initial prediction, and then confirming that. All right, you can confirm based on imbalances or zones that is holding price. So here, this imbalance is holding price and this high. If you violate this high, price is likely to trade it upside. Now here, this imbalance is holding price, and this low right here, okay, the one that swept the previous low, is unlikely to be topped and traded below if we're gonna trade to the upside. So what happened? We closed below this one failed, the battle between these two, then price traded to the downside, right? And then one more time came back to here, swept this, right? Still holding price here, continuing to the downside. So this is just a simple process of going with price. You have an initial idea based on what the higher time frame, the market structure, and then you are looking for something to get violated on the lower time frame, right? Or on the same time frame. Ask yourself these questions. If price wants to go to the upside, would it be logical if we trade below this low? No. Okay, so like here, would it be logical if we traded below this low if price wants to continue to the upside? Chances are very low, okay? So from this question alone, you can get direction and you can get a validation level. So I hope you use that, what I said on your backtesting, and see how it can work out, all right? Just forget about entry patterns, forget about time, right? Especially time, like I see some people don't take a trade because it's outside of the macro or whatever, but just flow with price, use validation, use confirmations, and don't look for those really high RR. If you are new, start with something to build your confidence that will let you understand price, right? Something you can be consistent with, okay? See, I see new traders try to go for 3R, 4R at the beginning, and they don't even read price. You know how hard it is to go for 4R? It needs a lot of mental capacity to hold for that, and you need a lot of data to back it up, right? Not just a process or a methodology. So aim for 10 points, 15 points a day, right? It will let you learn about price, it will let you be in the game, right? And then you can move on to something like more advanced, although you don't need that if you can do good with just low RR. But I hope you found this video informative. If you have any questions, DM in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below, and I will answer you as soon as I can. Now, happy trading and good luck.